you're ready to create your very own podcast. And so what you're going to do is you are going to go to slide 24 and begin to write your notes. Every great podcast behind the scenes has different notes that they want to talk about and different things that they want to kind of explore for their audience. So the first thing you're going to do is you've already been into WeVideo. However, if you skip that step or you were absent and you need an account, you're going to click right here and you can get to that WeVideo account to upgrade your account. Now, if you're already in, you can just go straight to wevideo.com and you can sign in with Google. Okay, once you're all in here, you will then begin to create a podcast. So again, the first step is those speaker notes. You are first going to decide what topic do you want to talk about. Do you want to talk about sports? Do you want to interview somebody? Do you want to talk about something in science? Or maybe you want to talk more about the podcast and give it like a review rating, like you're kind of interviewing maybe one of the characters or something like that. You can be as creative as you want with this task. So first, there's an intro. This is where you're going to kind of introduce yourself and the episode to your audience. So again, you're going to type any notes right in these boxes. This is where you might say, hi, my name is Mrs. Howe, and I enjoy something else, whatever you want to do. Then you're going to bring up your topics. So maybe you want to talk about the podcast and kind of review it. So you want to talk about the pros, the cons, and then if you would want listeners to listen to this podcast, that might be your call to action. Okay, so again, you're just going to make quick notes in this area. Okay, you're also going to talk about how am I going to end the podcast? Am I going to say thanks for listening or what am I going to say? So right here is where you're going to make all of those different decisions so that way your audience have a flow and it's easy to listen to your podcast. This right here is your show notes. If you talk about the episode and you point out like episode 2, this is where you could write episode 2 and you can kind of cite your sources. You can also put any links that you might want your audience to see. These ones are more for behind the scenes, but these ones would be like public for the audience to see. So if you reference like a game and you talk about a YouTube video that helps, you would link that YouTube video in here so that way your audience, if they're listening to you, they're able to go back to your show notes and they can click those links. Okay. So again, your topic goes here. Speaker notes, this is for you. And then this is kind of for the audience. It would be a public view. So in WeVideo, to create a podcast, you're going to click this drop down and you're going to click podcast. Once you're in here, you're going to start your project. And whenever you're ready, you're just going to hit record. It's going to count down 3, 2, 1. Please allow your microphone if it asks. And then you're going to record your podcast. So you're going to explain your topic. This is where I might say, hello, thank you so much for listening. We cannot wait to talk to you about, and then you can start your topic. Once you're done, you're going to hit that stop button, and then you're going to save your episode. Once you are finished recording, you can add audio. So you can add background music if you would like. But make sure if you are adding audio that you kind of turn it down so it's not overtaking your voice. I'm going to record your podcast. So see how the audio is behind me? That is totally fine to do. Or if you want to create like an intro and then start your podcast, that is fine as well. Okay, but just kind of remember that you might want to fade it a little bit at the beginning if you do need that. Okay, once you're all done, you're going to click this finish button. You're going to rename it. And you might even say episode 1, set, save it to Drive, export. And then while we're waiting, you're going to go back to this slide deck, insert audio, and it should be right in your Drive. Okay, and again, you have to click that button in order for it to pop up. And there is my audio file, and you're just going to place your audio file right here on the slide so that way we can listen to your podcast episode. We cannot wait to hear what you create.